Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. And in today's stream, I'm going to be finishing up my second pass with this animation. And so I'll sort of go in with what a second pass is, and then after that, I'll go into some lore for my project, which is 13, as well as this character. So right now, I'm trying to work on this animated segment right here, which is this explosion. I was actually looking at other explosions, and so what I really like is that explosion from Tears of the Kingdom. So I do want to look at that real quick, see how they did it, and see if I can emulate that in somehow. Oh, my chair is squeaking. I need to get a new chair. I'll just have to wait on that because there's some other stuff that needs to be taken care of too. Let me slow it real quick because this footage is a bit hard for me to see. Okay, so it starts off with a regular size, it gets smaller, and then it just expands exponentially, almost like a cut. So, what I can do is I can sort of slow it. I may need to use a new layer for this, so give me one moment, please. Okay, let me see what it looks like now. Because I do want to review what I have. So if I animate this on threes, have it implode, and then just have a next frame where it cuts, and there's just this big pillar of light, that'll definitely have the effect I want. Let me just erase this. Yeah, I'm just gonna erase all of this, and hopefully I can just cut it. So then this is gonna be about halfway through the body. And this is gonna be animated on twos. So I'm using the wings as sort of a place marker. I actually think that looks pretty good. Sorry I'm not talking so loud. My mom is currently in the other room, so I'm trying not to disturb her or be too loud. But it's whatever. Okay. Now, I do want like an inner layer when it comes to like the energy. And I can probably like green screen it or maybe do some nice effect in After Effects where there are overlays and sort of this mixing effect going on inside. Yeah, my mom came in to say hi. She was probably getting ready to leave. Um, but that's good. Like, I might have her on a stream one day. Just say, hey, mom, what's up? But now's not the time because she has to go. So, I think I've always been interested in drawing more effects like magic, like explosions and energy. It's just I've never really figured out how to go about it. At least how to go about the sort of basic animation style because a lot of the effects and a lot of the other things that go into making, you know, visual effects so interesting is the post production. Like I've never figured out how to what shape I need to make in order to then go into After Effects later and give it a certain like particle effect or blur or what have you. Now let me see if I can add some wind. Now I want to do sort of a wind effect too. probably come back to it and see just how. So I definitely like this so far. It's a lot of different effects and a lot of different things that I'm doing and working on. It's a good thing I'm doing this all by hand because it's definitely helping me grow and hone my skills. Sometimes the best thing you can do as an artist, as an animator, as anything that is not just creative but takes a lot of time is using that time to sort of stress test and come up with different things like, what would happen if I did this? Or what would happen if I did that? And this is actually a bit of a new development because I plan on adding like an extra scene in the end where there are these sort of eyes that appear throughout the energy blast, sort of to harken back to true angels because, biblically accurate angels, they have these rings around their rings around these pillars of light with eyes around each band, and some of them even have eyes on their wings because they see and hear everything. So I think that would be like a good sort of callback to biblically accurate angels in order to have that like on Jovial's wings. And what I like about Jovial is definitely his design. I want to say that I took from a bit. I took a bit of inspiration from Aponia from Honkai Impact Third because I just liked her sort of neo-futurist take on a nun's attire. And because Witches 13 is also another one of those science fantasy shows, I do want to blend that sort of high fantasy with cyberpunk tech wear fashion to where there are like free flowing pieces as well as super tight pieces. And though you don't see it in this animation, his wings are actually a part of his clothing. He usually doesn't unfurl his wings, he usually doesn't fly. He actually wraps his wings around his body. So that's where he gets his sort of minister shawl as well as his long tail and coat because those are actually his wings that wrap around his body. And it's this nice sort of play on colors with this black and white where instead of, most priests and most ministers wear all black clothing and all black robes, he actually has bits of white in there that comes from the affectations of his body, his wings. And this does also play into the whole magic thing where people grow as they grow older, as well as when they understand certain things about the world or reach certain enlightenment periods, because Christianity does still exist in this world. There are still Christians, there are still religious people. So usually what happens is as you grow in your faith and as you grow more, you reach certain stages of enlightenment, and these ministers and these religious people will grow wings along their back. Like, depending on certain levels, they'll grow wings. They have like this sort of halo tattoo on the back, on the small of their back, or on the top of their back. Which is definitely something I'd like to play with. I mean, he's a holy man, so he's not really going to be walking around shirtless anywhere. Let me actually hide this right here. That's better. you know, I would say that animating has always kind of been, yeah, I wouldn't say animating has been hard for me. More so, rather, growing in my animation has been hard. Because there have been times, there's definitely been times where I've sort of just been afraid to, I guess, take that next leap because I want to temper myself, but in the same time, I don't want to leap too far and then end up like, I guess, shit. And so I guess really this whole concept of me working on a show is more so to, I guess, break the mold. Because one of my biggest fears is that I won't grow. Like, that's a big fear for me is that I'm just doing all of this for naught because I've been applying for a while. Like, I've applied to job after job. I've tried getting job after job, industry after industry. Like, and these are all entry level positions. I've even tried applying for internships, storyboard artists, writers, different stuff like that. And I genuinely don't believe that I'm a bad animator. I just think I need like a mentor or I need more guidance because like this is what I love. Like this is what I'm passionate about and I keep trying even after everything. Like I always keep trying to do more and be more. And I mean, it's not all bad because at least I'm smart and at least I'm clever. Like, if I was really just gung ho about it, I probably would have started my animation studio right now. And then I wouldn't really have the skills or the skill set to keep up with the demands. So I do feel as though I am right in wanting to wait a little while and wanting to get more experience and growing more before I just go gung ho and, you know, just try to make shows, try to do my own stuff, and then I have no following, I have no backers or supporters. So making these small animations, doing these small side projects here and there, it, I believe at least is good for me. Which is also why I've been thinking about, and I've also been trying to get a job in with the city, with the state. So then I can have, because that's more flexible for me, and I already like the city that I'm living in. I already like Raleigh, and I definitely do believe that animation needs to be decentralized. Media and entertainment in general just needs to be decentralized from wherever, like from Hollywood and Los Angeles in general. Because, and I mean, I hate to say it, like I know we're all artists, we've all heard it before, but like there's a reason why they say, you move to LA to you move to LA to make your big break in the industry, and then you figure out that you're bussing tables till your next big gig. Like that's the thing that I would like to avoid. And just real talk, I think it's unfair. Like I don't know. It's just everything is so wild and crazy right now. Things are like it's so hard to make your dreams a reality when it really shouldn't be that hard. I mean, of course it's gonna be hard because it's your dreams. More so like the process can be streamlined. It's just nobody wants to streamline it. Everyone wants to secure their own safety and secure their own future without providing a structure by which everyone can have their future and hopes and passions secured. Like if we had more studios, then that just means that there are more chances and more opportunities for people to be that actor they want to be that artist, be that animator, work in the industry that they want to work in. Which is why people always say, oh, indie animation, YouTube, and stuff like that is the next big thing, because in many ways it kind of is. In many ways, it gives people the chance and it gives people the opportunity to do and be what they want to do and be. And it's really just a numbers game of, okay, how long until this video takes off? How long until I, you know, make this short film or make this content that's gonna like get 100 or 1,000 views? And that is definitely more fun because you have that chance and you have the opportunity to work a second job, to work a side hustle, to do other things while you're also making videos on the side. And when you're in charge and when you're making your own content, you sort of have that time bubble of, okay, well, there's no big urgency. Like, I can take my time to make sure this video was really good. Or I can spend a day or two to really think, okay, what project would be best for me to work on and do. That's what I like about doing indie animations. So, which is why any artist, any animator who happens to cross my videos, anyone who is aspiring to be an artist or animator or filmmaker, I will always tell them to go independent. There's always a way or a manner in which you can go independent, make your own stuff, do your own stuff, try to do your own thing. Like there are so many different mediums, ways, facets you can make your own original content. You can do a YouTube video. You can do YouTube videos. You can go on Webtoons. You can go on Instagram or go on Twitter and like post little snippets or post little writing prompts and excerpts from like a greater story you have. If you're a writer, you can, if you're an actor and you want to get into the and you want to go independent, you can sort of Vine. I mean, not Vine. I'm really old. I'm showing my age now. I'm only 23. Um, TikTok is good for like small snippets of storytelling, where as an actor you can write little prompts for yourself or do certain things and then just post sketches on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts or even on Facebook of all places, really. And you can sort of have that, and over time you and you can try and do everything. Like if you're a writer or artist, you can have live streams where you sit down and you talk about your writing process, or like you're doing a write with me where you just talking to the microphone about, okay, well, I'm working on this script. I want this character to go through loss and trouble. So I really want to have him inflect on his voice or sound like he's crying. Stuff like that. And so then that also builds a rapport with your viewers, because then they say, okay, so this is this guy's writing process. Like he likes to show emotion, or he really cares about the stories he's making or the things he wants to act in. And in trying, and that's actually one of the really good things about being independent and sort of having to do everything by yourself, is you learn a lot about the other facets of content creation. You learn a lot about the other facets and other adjacent fields and aptitudes that are needed for your job. Like are if you are an actor and you're trying to go independent, like you're gonna learn a lot about writing, you're gonna learn a lot about marketing, you're gonna learn a lot about, you know, understanding your target audience. If you're an animator like me and you're trying to go independent, you're gonna learn a lot about video editing, you're gonna learn a lot about audio editing and sort of how to do those certain different things. You're gonna learn about making thumbnails and trying to do art for that, and like what would be a good sort of angle for a piece or a good sort of area. I mean, I've spent so long working on Witches 13 and working on my own personal projects. I spent about at least a year, I think. Because it took me an entire year to work on that teaser trailer. And then I just said, like, you know what, after I finished that teaser trailer, I'm like, let me just work on some animated shorts, maybe work on a few, like, small segments here and there. That's why I did the Prism um, sword animation short. And that's why I'm also doing this Father Jovial sort of divine angel short. Just so I can really, I had to stand up in my seat a little bit just so I can really try to world build and try to further develop the concepts that are in my head and in my mind. Let me actually hide this real quick. And so, actually, what would be really fun is sort of after this shockwave, I wait about half a second before the eyes manifest over the wings. That'd be pretty cool. And then I can sort of animate each individual eye slowly opening. I mean, I was already planning on this animation being about 12 seconds long, so it's really not big of a deal for me. I'm then going to right click, insert frame. Let's see. I do want to hide the body. Ugh, that actually sounds kind of bad. Let me hide the body. Then about right here is when the angel eyes manifest. So first let me actually go down here. I'm going to insert frames here. I think I'm almost done, at least with this part. But yeah, I want to do the eyes just so because I think it would be like a really nice, a really cool effect. Next, I want to try to do another YouTube short. I just don't know what it's gonna be. I'll probably take another excerpt from another one of my live streams. The only issue is that I don't know. The only downside is like I really don't know where this stream is that I want to take an excerpt from because I was going over Witches 13 and sort of the setting and how it's sort of this techno futurist location where because magic was seeped into the world, there are different geographical phenomenon where there are floating islands and floating buildings and molten crags that are constantly on fire and constantly hot, but people still mine ore from it, and how there are different faults where there are portions of cities that are submerged and people still manage to live there because they have magic and because they have access to more resources that they can use. Like, this is a world where everyone has magic. Babies have magic. They have magical tantrums. So, parents and other daycare operation services have to sort of temper that. So, they have special wards and seals and special pieces of technology that they invented where they can absorb magical feedback and uncontrolled energy, which is pretty awesome and pretty cool that I'm working on and that I'm developing a world like this. Like, this is genuinely something I love, something I enjoy, and something I really want to work on and do. That this has been a brainchild of mine for a while now. And I really just want the opportunity and the chance to make this show a reality. Which is why I have to grow my online presence and why I have to get better at animation because I need to have a banner for people to flock to. I mean, that sounds kind of crazy, but I say that to say I want to make my dream a reality, and if I can start my own animation studio, then perhaps I can wake other people up so that they don't feel the need to move across the country just for one job that as soon as it's over, they're going to be kicked out and looking for work again. Like, when I start my animation studio, I'm going to be having permanent salaried workers. Like, we're going to be constantly working on projects. We're going to be constantly working on animations either for ourselves or for potential clients in the area. That's just how it's going to be because when you see that a system or that a process can be made better and can help make the lives of other people better, then I mean, I don't feel like a savior, but I do believe that things can, by and large, be better for everyone. We can have better shows, we can have better movies, we can have things be easier for everybody. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. Actually, I probably could have drawn the entire eye instead of having certain parts be eclipsed by the wings, but I don't know. This has a nice effect too. I may keep it. I'm gonna see what it looks like in full first. Let's see here. There definitely needs to be some smoothing going around. Yeah. I definitely need to smooth out the animation. There's some areas that need more frames. Like I will say about right here, this could definitely use a few more roughs. Uh, about right here, this motion right here needs to be a bit smoother. I'll probably add more frames, make it a bit more graceful for me to animate. Now, this right here is good. I just need to add more detail. Or maybe take out some detail because his wings are going to be hiding his body. This right here is good. I like this. This can stay. But definitely when I have some free time, I'm definitely going to redo this. I don't like how this turned out. So I'll probably have to go back to the drawing board on this one. I just wanted to show like a little graceful ascent. Maybe it's because the wings aren't flapping and the wings aren't moving as much. Cause that's the thing with like multiple pairs of wings is that you have to account for how all of those wings are going to be moving at one time. I do like this. Again, it's just a matter of adding more detail. So I'll have to go back during this segment and add some more detail to it. This one is just, I need to add eyes. I need to add eyes and people. I need to give him a sense of emotion to him, and that's why the eyes can really help with that. Shoot, this is actually a whole lot better than I thought. Having experience in animation and having done previous animation exercises and seeing where I've been led astray or seeing where I've had shortcomings has really helped me further develop and further see flaws so that I can go back and I can fix and address them. So I am thankful for that. I am thankful for all of the different projects I've done. But yeah, it's 11:23. It is almost 11:30, so I do have to go sadly. But thank you all for coming. Thank you all for stopping by. This has been fun. This has been nice. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed all of this. Um, and yeah, that is about it. Not really much I have left to say. Just, I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays, usually I usually start at 10 a.m. and I'll go on at least on Tuesdays, I'll go for maybe a little over an hour and a half at most. On Fridays, those are like my extra long stream days, so I like to go from 10 and I may stop at like 12 or 1 o'clock. Though for my special 500 subscriber milestone, I may do a Q&A. Like, I'll probably have some questions ready. Say, hey, what do you guys want to know about me? Like, put them in the comments below, and then I'll have them ready for my Q&A when I reach 500. And then for 1,000 subscribers, I'll probably have an extra long live stream, like maybe 4 hours or even 5. So that's going to be very interesting and very exciting. I do hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I don't know what my future holds, but for now, all I can really do is just keep doing what I've been doing, which is work on my animations, network with people, get my name out there, try to grow in whatever way I can. But this was fun. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. And yeah, I'll probably just let this loop a few more times before I end my stream. But anyway, this has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even. You know, I was looking at my analytics and like 87% of y'all are not subscribed. So please subscribe. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. Just, it would help me out a lot. And but I am still thankful for everything you guys have done for me, done with me, and helped me grow and develop. Yeah. Any ooh, my voice almost gave out. Anyway, this has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream. Bye.